Hey guys, it's Janice at Ozark Family Homestead, and we are beginning another What We Eat in a Week video. So for those of you that are new here, it's real simple. I just take the camera along for the next 7 days and I film our family's breakfasts, lunches, and suppers. We are a family of 9. We have 7 children, ages 19 down to 4. And we live on a homestead. We grow a lot of our own food, but certainly not all of it. A lot of it still comes from the store. And we try to cook things from scratch, but there are still treats, and I feel like it's a happy medium there. We are moderate on things, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Today is actually, it's a rest day for our family. It's where we do the necessary animal chores, but then we slow down. We have time to just spend time together as a family, do things that we find restful. So that's what today is. The food's gonna be a little bit more laid back for the rest of the day. And I don't have plans for lunch yet. I need to come up with something. And but we do have a plan for supper. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'll show you what's for breakfast this morning. We're actually starting things off very, very good. So I'll flip the camera around and show you breakfast. Here we go. Breakfast this morning is cinnamon rolls, and not just any cinnamon rolls. I did not make these. These are sourdough cinnamon rolls. Sarah, our 18-year-old daughter, is all into sourdough, and so she made these this morning. One pan is already gone, and they're starting in on the second. It has a cream cheese icing on it as well. So, and the recipe came from this cookbook right here. This was actually a gift sent by Miss Lori, and Sarah is really, really enjoying that cookbook. So we have that. We have percolator coffee ready, and we're just gonna get on with our restful day. All the animal chores are done, so we're on to just restful good times for the day. All right, it is lunchtime. Are you hungry? So we've got part of her plate made up over here. I've just cooked up some fried eggs. So she's got fried eggs. She picked up some peanuts and some carrot sticks, and she told me she wanted some apple. So I will slice up some apple for you. So we're kind of having a hodgepodge. I did lay the peanut butter out too in case anybody wanted to smear peanut butter on celery, or dip apple in peanut butter, anything like that. So the deal is, with lunchtime, people are telling me they're not super hungry because they've been snacking on cinnamon rolls all morning. And we've made up coffee. So I do have more fried eggs done here, and I'm gonna give people the option. If you're hungry, we'll just make up eggs and slice up veggies and fruit and cheese and stuff like that to get everybody by until supper time. So that's lunch for today. And Shawn told me, come show you guys the stove, because he said the fire was so pretty. Those are the milking buckets. That's where we set the milking buckets after they're washed up, after Daisy has been milked for the day. But this is what is keeping us warm here. So we've got plates on the table here where everybody's been snacking on cinnamon rolls. So I'm going to get back in here and finish up the few eggs that I'm going to make up, and then we'll clean up, and I'll just come back at supper time and show you guys a full-fledged meal that we're actually eating for supper. All right, it is supper time. So supper tonight is tacos, and we have some chips and hard shells, and these are grain-free hard shells here that a viewer gifted us, so thank you for that. That is very much appreciated. I also made up a batch of Mexican rice to go with supper tonight, and I've got some of our green peppers that have been frozen from the garden this past summer, so we will have that as well on the side. The meat here is actually deer meat that was harvested in the fall, and the homemade taco seasoning in there. I have a video with it, and I'll put the link in the description box to show you the homemade taco seasoning that we make up. This here is freeze-dried guacamole. So I have a freeze dryer out in the summer kitchen, and back in November, bought 2 cases of avocados when they were on sale, made up guacamole, and put it through the freeze dryer. So I have just added some water and a little bit of lemon juice in here, and it has come together well. And I've taken a taste of it, and it tastes like guacamole. So yay for that. I did not have any fresh avocados on hand, and I'm going to leave this here because if we wipe this out, I can whip up some more super quick. It doesn't take long at all for it to reconstitute. For toppings for the tacos, we've got greens here. These are from the greenhouse. Sarah brought those in for me this evening. The greenhouse is beautiful here in February with snow on the ground to have pretty lettuce greens in there. Some cheddar cheese, some tomatoes, got these on sale not too long ago, and then some salsa in case anybody wants some salsa. So everybody has options. Some might do a bit of a taco salad with guacamole as a dressing. Others will make hard shell tacos. Others might do a nachos, a loaded nachos kind of thing. So we have options. And then of course there's still all these cookies over here for dessert. We're going to be eating cookies for a while. And there's also still cinnamon rolls over here too. And everybody should have plenty to eat. So we're going to make up our individual plates this evening and go ahead and finish up supper. And I will see you guys back in the morning for breakfast. Good morning, guys. It is a new day. Samuel is making up breakfast for everybody. And I was going to show you guys what we have going on. So we are back to work, getting things done. Animals are taken care of. And we're going to move on. I've got read aloud set aside to go with breakfast this morning, and I don't know, it's just busy household. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what we're doing for breakfast. So breakfast this morning is cheese, omelets, and toast. These are eggs from our chickens. They're actually the last of the water glassed eggs that we've had out in the root cellar since last springtime, spring 2024. So this bucket here is what was on the counter yesterday. It's now empty and needs to be washed up. And this is the new one that we just got into, brought it in from the root cellar this morning. Now after this is finished up, I do have a little bit of freeze-dried eggs, our eggs, on the shelf that I could use. But we are, Abigail's getting the table all set. We are getting some fresh eggs coming in now. So you know, the new springtime load of eggs is on its way. So that's what that is. And the bread is my bread that I grind up spelt and wheat in the grain mill and make a whole grain bread for the family. This is the grain mill, the grain mill that I use up. It is in the Amazon storefront if anyone is interested in grinding your own grains. I've had this one, I mean, for a good 10 years, and it has worked great. It's the Nutramil, the classic Nutramil, I think is what it's marketed as. So there's that, and there goes Abigail again. And then if everybody eats their cheese omelets and their toast, there's left over, there's still one pan and then a few cinnamon rolls left from yesterday. So those will need to be wiped out today. So, okay, I guess that's it. And the coffee is there too. So we will see everybody at lunchtime. Say bye, guys. So we're going to get on with our day. She says thumbs up. Right, Rebekah? Uh-huh. And it is lunchtime. So on the to-do list for this afternoon is making butter. All this cream should be turned into butter this afternoon. We use this here to saute up some cherry tomatoes from the garden. They've been in the freezer since the summertime, and then added the sauteed cherry tomatoes into this. This is a little box of, oh, we've already thrown away the boxes. It's that pastaroni stuff from the store. It's a blue box. It's the angel hair pasta pastaroni kit, and they need to be used up because the best by date was going. So there's some of the tomatoes. There's also a jar of chicken. So this is home canned chicken. We keep them in the root cellar, and this was drained and added to the pot as well. So we're having that. There is some apple cider left over to finish up, and then some roasted Brussels sprouts. These are frozen Brussels sprouts. I get them at Aldi. Just put some olive oil, salt, and pepper on there. A lot of times I'll do garlic, but didn't bother with it this time. Just did the salt and pepper and got them roasted up. So we're gonna eat this up for lunch. There's still cookies and more cookies up there. So we're gonna do this, and I will bring you guys back at supper time. Okay guys, it is past supper time, but things derailed a little bit here in the house today. And I will flip the camera around and show you guys kind of what we've been dealing with for hours now. I don't know if you can see, I've got butter in process here behind me. Things were going on the butter, but we've had an issue with one of the little lambs. So a little lamb, we've had quite a few lambs born in the last several weeks. This is the youngest set, and boy-girl twins. And when the guys went out to do the evening chores tonight, the animal chores, they found that the little boy lamb apparently has been rejected by its mama. So found him cold and hungry, and we've been working on getting his temperature up for, well, it's been well over an hour at this point. But I'll flip the camera around. I'll show you the food. We haven't eaten yet. Food is done, but I just pulled some stuff out of the oven. It's farm life, guys. Sorry. Things don't always go as planned. And I'm a planner, so I like for everything to go according to plan. But I'll show you the sweet little baby here in just a minute after I show you the food. Okay, so the butter, you can see the butter has been churned here. It has just not been totally separated. This was in process when things started going. This is all buttermilk here. This is breakfast for the morning. I did get that done earlier. This is the asparagus that I just pulled out of the oven. Then these are our sweet potatoes that we grew in the garden this year. We just store them in our garage. Oh, it's gonna fog up. And they've been staying warm in this big mega Instant Pot. Purple sweet potatoes and white fleshed sweet potatoes. These are chickens from the meat birds that we raised last year. So these are Cornish cross meat birds, and I cut the backbone out of them and seasoned them up and just cooked them in the oven for a while. And then this here, I had 1 can of whole beets on my pantry shelf, and I'm still trying to use up things that just need to go. So I cut the whole beets up into either halves or fourths, put some olive oil on there and some salt. So that's supper tonight, and we'll get to it here in a little bit. It's coming together. I need to pull out butter and salt still for the sweet potatoes. Okay, so over here we've got this little boy, and we've got him set up in here with a heat lamp on him right in front of the wood stove with the fan blowing on him. He has perked up quite a bit. Let me see if we can. He is standing up and holding his own here. And we've been using the blow dryer to warm him up, and the heat lamp, and taking his temperature and all this stuff. Been putting honey and cayenne pepper on his gums to heat him up and get him some of his blood sugar up too. So this is the little guy that we've been spending a lot of time with here over the last couple hours. We do have a bottle up here ready for him, but you're not supposed to feed the animals until their body temperature gets up to a healthy range. So that is what we're waiting on. So I don't know, I'm optimistic that he's going to be okay, but it looks like we're going to have a little bottle baby lamb here soon, and but that's okay. So we're going to make up plates, and we're going to eat some supper, and we'll be babysitting little lamb. We'll have a sleepover with a little baby lamb this evening. And I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow, and we'll see how he does. Hopefully he pulls through this good. Good morning, guys. New day. So we've got breakfast ready. Samuel fixed breakfast up for everybody. And Sarah's back there taking care of a little lamb who made it through the night. And I'm very optimistic about this one. So took a while to get him warmed back up. And he's not real interested in the bottle, which is concerning because he obviously needs to be eating something. And he's actually put extra holes. He's got sharp little teeth, and he's put extra holes in the nipple of the, oh, I've got it right back here behind me, the nipple of the little bottle. So Sarah's trying something new this morning. She just has a bowl with the milk replacer in it, and it seems to be going better. So we're very optimistic. I don't know if you heard him calling out over there. He's got more energy standing up, and I'll show you him here in just a minute. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'll show you what's for breakfast today. I'll give you a little peek at our little boy. We haven't named him or anything yet, have we?
No.
No. So he doesn't have a name yet, but I'll show you the stuff. Here we go. Breakfast today is oats, so that's what I had in the pot soaking last night. If you're unfamiliar with soaked oats, there is a book called Nourishing Traditions, and it talks about all the reasons for soaking oats. And that's why we do it. It makes it more digestible. So these were soaking last night, and this morning Sam took some frozen raspberry pieces. That's what the little pink flecks are in there, frozen raspberry pieces, and cooked it up. So oats are for breakfast, and we add, this is one of the plates of butter that ended up getting made up yesterday. There's a second plate just like that in the refrigerator. So butter, some like to sprinkle a little bit of salt in there, cinnamon, maple syrup. We'll just doctor it up and eat and get on with our day. So I'm going to come over there and show you all the little lamb. Let's see. How is he doing, Sarah?
He's good.
He's good. There he is. He's figuring out. You said he's drank about half of the milk now.
About a third.
A third of it. So he is getting there. But he's standing up. He's calling out. He has a lot more energy. I'm hoping he finally has his temperature stabilized. And he will end up probably still being a bottle baby and have to be fed, but outside. He won't live in the house with us. Once he gets his temperature stable and gets the hang of eating, whether it's from the bottle or from the bowl, then he'll be back outside. This was the nipple. Let's see if it focuses in. So where's it at? Here's the spot. He has, does it focus in there? Can you see? Oh, it went blurry. He has ripped a hole in the side of it there. So that's why we're going with plan B. But okay, I'm going to get my crew fed, and then we're going to go on with the rest of our day. I'll see you guys at lunchtime. And it is lunchtime. So lunch today is salmon patties. And this is a recipe that we have used for many, many years. And I think it's kind of weird because instead of using something like oatmeal as a binding agent in there along with the eggs, it actually uses shredded coconut. So this is a gluten-free and all that stuff recipe for the salmon patties. You can't even taste the shredded coconut, and it helps bind it together. So we're having that with just frozen peas and corn that I get from the store, and then we will top that with more of the Daisy, butter from Daisy our cow, and some salt for the veggies there. So I don't know if I've shown you guys, the sweet potato starts have been started. So these here, this green right here, these are actually yams, the orange fleshed yams. These are starts from those. And then these ones here in the jar are from our garden, purple fleshed sweet potatoes and white fleshed sweet potatoes. And we just started those a day ago. I guess a day ago. And so those are just getting started. And this is an experiment. This is an alternative an alternative way to grow your sweet potato starts. So we're trying this year, but this is our norm in the jars full of water. So spring is coming and we're excited about it. We're gonna make up plates and eat, and I do still have some schoolwork to do with Abigail, but we're gonna get going with the afternoon part of our day. Okay, so a little impromptu survey here. So this was the food: salmon patties, peas and corn. And I've had some viewers ask, guys, how do you get your children to eat things? Are they picky? All that kind of stuff. So little lambs being fed down there too, by the way. We're going to do a quick poll. If the salmon patties were your favorite, so I'm going to ask, salmon patties, peas, or corn, what was your favorite? Okay. If the salmon patties were your favorite, raise your hand. If the corn was your favorite, raise your hand. If the peas were your favorite, raise your hand.
How can you have two favorites?
Abigail just likes it all. If the cookies were your favorite, raise your hand. Ah. You didn't have the cookies yet. You got food still. Okay. So nobody is traumatized by eating salmon patties? No.
Salmon patties are still good.
What?
Salmon patties are still good.
Salmon patties are still good. I like the salmon patties. So
Me too.
you too? All right. We all survived salmon patties. Yay! And it is supper time. So it is, some have ham and beans. We have deer and beans. Same thing. Meat, beans, onions, garlic, salt, pepper. It's good stuff. So instead of pinto beans, we use the Great Northern beans. And I cooked them a little too much, but it's going to be good. My crew would rather have them overcooked than undercooked as far as the beans go. The cornbread, homemade cornbread. I made 2 cast iron skillets of it. And we will eat this up with some butter that comes from Daisy the cow. So this deer is the very last of the 2023 deer that our family had hunted, and so now I will get into the 2024 harvest of deer. And update on the little lamb. So he did very, very well today. He ended up eating more than before, and he's going potty like he should. We were concerned about that because he was not doing that at first. And even went outside and put him in the pasture for a little bit. He walked around. His mama wants nothing to do with him. Would not let him get close to even attempt to nurse. So he's a bottle baby at this point. And he's just doing really well. So I'm very hopeful that he's going to pull through. He got up, he walked all around here today. He likes the little humidifier machine. I don't know why. He likes to go up and sniff at that little thing. And he's just having a good time. So I'm glad to be able to give a good update on him, because our last time we had a little lamb down, it didn't end well. So this one I'm hopeful. But I'm going to get everybody in here. Oh no, Rebekah fell asleep. She just had her bath and she came in here and fell asleep in the chair. We're going to have to wake her up to feed her. She was awake just a little bit ago, I'm telling you. So, okay, we're going to eat. We're going to get children shut down and put to bed, and I will see you guys back at breakfast in the morning. And it is breakfast time. So fried eggs are done. We also are having toast. So some still like it untoasted. So some toasted, some not. There's Rebekah, baby. Over here, I've got the fried eggs. We put them in this little container and stick them in the oven on the lowest setting just to keep things warm. and then a big old package of turkey bacon that I get from Sam's Club. So obviously we are not going to eat up all of this morning for breakfast. So I do have loaded potatoes on the menu here in the next couple days, and we will use diced up turkey bacon on that. So, and if there's extra, I put it in the freezer to use later on. But here's what a plate is looking like this morning. The eggs are our chicken eggs from ours here on the farm. So Abigail's gonna get hers made up. Everybody's gonna watch how much food does that girl eat. All right, and we're gonna do our read alouds during school time today. The little lamb is doing very well. So I'm thinking he did spend some time outside yesterday, and I'm thinking probably even a little bit longer today. They have named him Pippin, so that is his official name. He's holding his temperature great, and he is drinking from the bottle now. We are probably going to have to get some more nipples for the bottle because he's a little rough on them, but he's doing good, aren't you, buddy? So, all right, guys, we're going to get going on our day. I've got my list of read alouds stacked up there at the table, and we'll see you guys at lunchtime. And it is now lunchtime, so plans changed a little bit for lunchtime. The plan was to have grilled cheese, and they did get made up. I was outside though, so Sarah made up the grilled cheese today, and I was gonna do just some frozen green beans on the side, but we still have some of these left over from previous meals, so we pulled out the leftover asparagus and the leftover peas, and so that's just gonna be lunch today. We had a big breakfast, so I think this will fill up bellies and we'll be all good. I did want to show you guys something else. You know how we had all that snow on the ground just not too long ago? It is now 80 degrees outside today. I went outside and I got a little bit of a sunburn today, so it is just crazy. This is not real spring. I have to keep telling myself it is not real springtime. So we actually have the windows open here in the house, and lots of clothes hanging on the clothesline, and we're probably going to spend some time outside this afternoon as much as we can, but yay for fake springtime. I'll see you guys back at supper time. And it is supper time. So, well, first of all, little lamb is out in the pasture, and I think Sarah's going to go out and try to give him some bottle just to make sure he's getting what he needs to get. So far he's doing good, but we're going to be, this is our insurance policy so that we make sure he is doing well. Steamed broccoli over here, corn on the cob. This is from my brother's garden last summer. I always stock up with a year's worth of corn on the cob from him. Just some steamed and buttered carrots back here. And then this is what we call pesto salmon. Whenever we grow basil in the garden over the summer, we make up a year's worth of pesto for our family, and we like to use it on frozen salmon that I get from Aldi. It's a quick meal for our family. Thaw the fish, throw the ready-made pesto on there, bake it, and done. There is one member of the family that prefers it without the pesto, so this is the non-pesto, just baked with seasonings and stuff on there with olive oil. So this is supper. It should be a pretty colorful plate, and we are gonna eat and shut down the day. So I'll make up a plate real quick just to show you what it looks like, and then I'll be back in the morning. David's getting him some milk to go with supper, and this is what the plate looks like. So we use the butter from Daisy, our cow, and just put butter on the broccoli and the carrots and the corn. So we're gonna be ready to eat. Anna's got the table set over there, and David says bye, guys. All right, we will see you all back in the morning. Good morning, guys. New day. So I'm gonna start off with an update on the little lamb because it's good news. So yesterday, little lamb spent some time, quite a bit of time out there in the pasture with all the other sheep, and we were able to see him actually nurse off his mama. And now mama, She will still move away from him, but he's a smart little guy and he's figured out how to do this. He's working the system. So when his twin goes up to nurse off the mama, he sneaks in there and nurses as well while she's distracted with the other one, and it's working. So she is allowing him to nurse under those circumstances. So he spent the night outside with the flock, and when Sarah went out this morning, I've got children coming in. It still feels like springtime again today, so it's awesome. When Sarah checked on him this morning, he was snuggled up with mama and the twin. So far things are going good. He's just going to be checked on periodically to make sure he's not going downhill again, and we can always supplement with more of the bottles if we need to. So it's breakfast time. I'm going to spin the camera around and I'll show you guys what we are doing for breakfast today. So breakfast time is 5-grain cereal. Let me spin around here. This 5-grain cereal I actually got from Azure Standard a while back. I'm not ordering from them anymore, so I won't be getting any more, but the children have enjoyed this. We're just going to end up doing oatmeal instead of the 5-grain cereal. Let me see. What are the ingredients on here? Focus camera. Can you read that? Whole grain, hard red wheat, whole grain rye, barley, whole grain oats, whole grain triticale, I do not know how to pronounce this word, and flaxseed. So that is what is in the cereal. This is what it looks like when it is all cooked up, and we use it, it's gonna fog up, and we use it just like oatmeal, basically. So this, we will add butter to it, and cinnamon, and maple syrup. I'll pull out some salt. Some like to sprinkle a little bit of salt in there, and some milk. We will get a big jar of Daisy milk out to add to that as well. So this is supper in the cookbook there, already being prepped, and that's the plan for today. Today is a runaround day, so meals change up a little bit when it is a runaround day. I try to make our food prep a little bit easier when I'm doing my planning. So that's what we'll do. We'll eat, we'll move on with school day, and then we will run around this afternoon. Sorry guys, we've got tea going, the kettle going in the background, but I was going to show you some added frozen berries to theirs, and some just kept theirs just like that. So we have different things going on. Is it good?
Yep.
Okay. Is it good? Okay, we'll see you guys at lunchtime. And it is lunchtime. So lunch today is leftovers. Working on cleaning out Mama's fridge. The options today, we have some of that, it was the angel hair pasta, the pastaroni stuff, mixed with home canned chicken and some cherry tomatoes that had been in the freezer from the garden. So there's some of that left over with some of the Parmesan cheese on that. I set aside some of the leftover taco meat from when we did taco night, and children can take this. There are some taco shells that just need to be used up, so that is an option. Then the Mexican rice that was left over from taco night, I added the remainder of the taco meat that wasn't used here and mixed this all up together. And then my thinking is they can grate cheddar cheese on top of this as well. There were 2 salmon patties that still need to be eaten up, so I heated those up. And then over here are all the toppings for the taco stuff and for the Mexican rice. So that's what we're doing. Getting rid of all the stuff here at lunchtime. And then we're gonna go do running around in town, and I'll bring you guys back for supper. And it is supper time. So we are home from town, and I'm tired because town makes me tired, but supper does not have to be cooked because it got put in the crock pot earlier today. So this is a chicken fajita soup. Let me show you. It's from the Trim Healthy Table cookbook here, and we really do genuinely enjoy the recipes in here. They're sugar-free and just mostly a whole food recipes. So we enjoy them, and this is in our Amazon storefront as well if you're looking for a new cookbook. And this is what it looks like here. Just chicken breast, you know, and all the Mexican fixins in there. So it's good stuff, and you have options when you're eating this. You can just put it in a bowl and eat it with a spoon, just like a soup. You can add grated cheese to it, and you can add sour cream. I've got some store-bought sour cream that needs to be used up, and some homemade sour cream, and you can crunch up some chips to put in there. So there are options, and everybody can change it up and do whatever it is they want to do. Laundry still has to be folded, and I've got my grocery shopping here that still has to be dealt with too. So stuff to do this evening, but we're going to stop and eat, and then we'll do the other necessary things after that, and I will see you guys in the morning. Next morning, guys, and I have a cheerful helper. Who is my cheerful helper? Who is my cheerful helper? Rebekah is. She wanted to help scrub potatoes. Well, did you like scrubbing potatoes? Yes or no? That's a yes. Yes, she does. So, but that's going to be for supper tonight, right? Yeah. Breakfast time. So Samuel made up sausage scramble this morning. This is something we have maybe not every week, but just about. So I get ground turkey, frozen ground turkey from Aldi. We season it up with a homemade sausage seasoning. I'll have the link for that video in the description box. And then we add our chicken eggs. And again, for this, we're using up, this is the last bucket of water glassed eggs that I preserved this spring. The video for water glassing will be in the description box as well. If you want to preserve, springtime is the perfect time to preserve eggs by water glassing, because chickens are laying a whole bunch in the springtime. So just scramble up the eggs after the meat is cooked up, and you have sausage scramble. And it's yummy, right? And we're having toast this morning too. That whole grain bread that I make with spelt and hard red wheat using the grain mill. So that is what we're doing for breakfast today. Are you being silly? All right, I've still got, people are outside, they're on the hammock, aren't they? Can you go ring the dinner bell and tell them to get inside? It's time to eat. We're gonna go ahead and have our breakfast, and then we'll move on. We're gonna do read alouds. Today's read alouds are Bible and history. We'll do a history lesson together. And I did not read our literature book yesterday because I was heading into town. There. He's ringing the dinner bell for everybody. Since it's been 70 degrees, they set the hammock up outside, and children have been enjoying time on the hammock. They're doing their school readings and stuff out there. So it's supposed to get down to normal temperatures next week, but we've really enjoyed this warmer weather here recently. So all right, guys, I'll get the crew in here. I'll get them fed. We'll start school and just do the day. I'll see you at lunchtime. Lunchtime, guys. Lunchtime is loaded potatoes today. So a whole bunch of russets done in the Instant Pot here. This is my Big Daddy Instant Pot. So I have a smaller size and a bigger size. And here are the toppings that we're going to put on everything. So we've got the Daisy butter again. I need to get that in butter molds. It's been on the list. It just hasn't gotten done. So butter, I'm hoping this store sour cream gets finished up today. And then there's cheese. The green onions are from the greenhouse. The turkey bacon from a couple days ago breakfast. Dicing that up to go on top. Salt, pepper. And then they've got strawberries too that they can have with it as well. So we're gonna do this. We are having a bigger, nicer supper for tonight. So This is a very good, filling, easy lunch for my crew. And then we're gonna get back to going on our day. It's just beautiful outside. We've got the windows open. It's over 70 degrees and it is sunshiny and it is drying up all the mud that has been out there. And it's just lovely. So we're probably gonna spend some time outside this afternoon and I will bring you guys back at supper time. And it is supper time. So supper tonight is a family favorite. We are having Philly cheesesteaks. So right now we are still waiting for the cheese to finish melting here on top. Underneath here is the the shaved steak, and peppers and onions is underneath that. This is the this is what I get. It was on markdown, and so I got a good deal on it. Yeah, what did I get it marked down for? $3.03 is what I got it marked down for. So we used up 3 packages of those, and I made up homemade sandwich buns, sandwich rolls, whatever you want to call them. So we're gonna take a knife and cut these in half and open them up and then add this mixture to it. I'll come back and show you guys once we make up a plate so you can see what it really looks like. Right now it just looks like a big mound of cheese. But over here, what we're having on the side, I made potato salad this morning, and this has just been sitting in the fridge all day. And again, we love this. It's just so good. And some of the fermented pickles that people can get if they want. And I had found marked down sugar snap peas at Kroger this week, and so those are available as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making up some plates, and I'll come back and show you what everything looks like here in just a bit. Okay, I've got people making up plates. I've got Rebekah swiping pea pods, and this is what it looks like. I forgot to mention the cheese on there is provolone cheese. I get the sliced provolone cheese from Aldi, and that's what it looks like. So I think we're gonna enjoy eating this. You think so? Yeah. Loading up with that potato salad. All right, guys, we're hungry. Table set. Anna's the supper time helper, so she's got forks and cups and everything else on there that we need. We are gonna eat, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is a new day. So today has not gone as planned. Surprise, surprise. I guess they very rarely do, but so this morning, Samuel's gone at a college thing, so he's normally kind of the breakfast helper, and he has animal chores and stuff like that to do too, so we have had to divide up the responsibilities that are normally his, which means we're a little behind schedule because there's fewer hands to get all the work done. But also, in addition to that, we had twin baby lambs born this morning, and they look good. The mama was not as attentive to them as we want them to be. And so there was a concern that they have not gotten colostrum from the mama. So the umbilical cords needed to be dipped in iodine, that kind of stuff done. But then also we needed to take goat colostrum from the freezer, thaw it out, put it in a bottle, take it down there, and make sure both those babies did in fact get colostrum. I am pleased to say that once we started messing with babies, giving them colostrum and all that stuff, Mama decided she wanted to be around them again. So right now everything looks good, but we're going to have to babysit them just to make sure she decides to keep being a good mama. So we're late on breakfast. I went ahead and made breakfast this morning since Samuel's gone. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'll show you what we're having. It's kind of a buffet hodgepodge. Mama's throwing stuff together breakfast, but I'll show you what that is. All right, so today we are finishing up the last of the cream of barley that I had stocked up on months and months ago. This was something that I had gotten through Azure Standard. I don't believe they even carry it anymore. I think they discontinued it, but it's like cream of wheat, only it's made of barley. So when I made it up this morning, I cooked it up using milk instead of water. So there is that. And then for the toppings, there's butter, maple syrup, and cinnamon. And some have told me that they like to chop up strawberries and put that in their cream of barley. So they can chop them up if they want to, or they can just eat them whole, whatever. I did clean up some strawberries. I want some more milk in case anybody wants to doctor that up. I had a little bit of the oats left over from a previous breakfast, and I heated that back up with some milk if anybody wanted that. I actually have several children that they really prefer the oats over the cream of barley, so I kind of expect that will be eaten up. And the last of the bacon, I went ahead and warmed it up, and some may choose to have some bacon, maybe some toast. I've got this bread that needs to be used up, so it's just kind of eat whatever sounds good to you. Just finish up the food and fill your belly up. So I've still got some children outside, so we need to ring the dinner bell. I've got others in here. You girls playing? I think David's reading. And because they've got their chores done for the day. Oh, Andrew's researching Jeep stuff. If you see him at the computer, he's either doing math or Jeep stuff. And today it's Jeep stuff. Okay. All right, we're going to ring the dinner bell and get the day going. Get plates and bowls made up. I was going to show you guys, I think the pretty bowl with strawberries in it just turned out so nice. So I told them, stop eating. Don't eat anything yet. Don't take a bite. Let's film that. So there's the cream of barley, doctored up with all the goodies with strawberries added in. So good stuff. Yum, yum. You're a mess. Okay, see you guys at lunchtime. Okay, so I'm not going to be showing you guys supper tonight because we are going to a birthday party. So that's what girls are doing over here, is they are making cards, using stickers, making all kinds of pretty things for a birthday party for their friend. So I feel like I'm kind of cheating you out of a meal, and I feel bad about that. So I'm going to add in a couple of little extras here. I'm blanching asparagus today, and because I found a good sale at Kroger, and so I bought what I think will be a year's worth, and that's what I'm processing right now. So what I'm doing is, this is what I had it stored in, was just a cake pan with a little bit of water in the bottom, and stored them upright until I could get to them. I have them ready to go with the rubber bands and stuff off of them here. When my water gets up to boiling, I dump them in here, and it's gonna fog up, and let them sit in that water for about 3 minutes is what I set my timer to. And once that goes off, I take them out with the tongs, and I put them in this here, which I keep refilling with ice, and the ice melts as this hot asparagus warms up the water again. And this stays in here about 3 minutes as well, the same amount of time. I think it's 2 to 5 minutes is what I've read online. I chose to do 3 minutes. 3 minutes here, 3 minutes here. Then I'm transferring it over to some cookie sheets, and I'm going to put these in the freezer. It says for a couple hours. I will probably leave them for another day. With the birthday party tonight, I don't know if I'm going to deal with the actual packaging them up today. But I've been putting about 3 bundles on here because I'll lay them out flat, and then once I do that, I go the other direction here too, just to save some space. And once I have it filled up, I've already got 1 tray in the freezer. This is my second tray, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bundles left to do. So that's my process. I've got 11, 10, 9 seconds left, so I'm going to sign off here, but I will still come back at lunchtime and touch base with you guys then. Lunchtime. So I got the asparagus stuff all done. It is in the freezer. There's cleanup to do, but I can check that off my list. We're doing leftovers for lunch today, and I do have what's left of this second bag of the marked down sugar snap peas that I had gotten at Kroger a couple days ago. Some more of the bread. This was from the Philly cheesesteaks last night. and children, they've been already attacking it, just getting it with some butter on it. It's super soft and yummy, so they've been enjoying that. There is a little bit here of the Mexican rice with the taco meat mixed in, so somebody can have that. We might pull out some tortilla chips. They did like it with tortilla chips, and then just grate up a little bit of cheddar cheese there. This is all from asparagus, so that's not food in there. The salmon patties need to go. The carrots, a little bit. This was the corn on the cob that got cut off the cob. Leftovers of that, broccoli, and this is what was left of that spatchcocked chicken. So we're all gonna eat, and we're actually at the birthday party. We'll probably eat earlier than usual for us as well. So we'll go ahead and get food in some bellies now, and then they will be able to eat food with their friends here in not too awful long. And I think we're going to have chili and hot dogs at the birthday party, which apparently, because that's what I make for gatherings too, that's what all the large family mamas, the cool large family mamas make for company, right?
Yeah.
It works.
I like chili.
I do too. All right, guys, we're gonna eat, and we'll see you guys. Actually, okay, here's my plan, guys. Since I'm not showing you a supper time, I think I'm gonna try to take you outside, and I'll show you the kids' hammock that they set up. And I don't know if I'll be able to get the little twin lambs that were born this morning. I'll go down there and see. It depends on where the mama has them, if I can actually get close enough to get them on video. But we'll go outside just a little bit before we wrap up the video, and I'll show you a little bit of outside. It is 77 degrees here at the end of February. It is beautiful, and we'll go see what it looks like out there. All right, so we're outside. The little gadget says 79 degrees right now. First thing I see is we have daffodils trying to bud out. Yes, and guys, here's Wesley. He's all trying to get super close. Down. You've got to stay down. No, you've got to stay down. So for those that don't know, Wesley is the most recent addition here. He was dumped off. When you live out in the country, people dump off animals. And so the vet believes, we thought he was a black lab is what I thought, and it confused me because he has a docked tail. I'm like, why would someone pay to have his tail docked if he's a black lab and then dump him off? It doesn't make sense. When the vet came out to look at Daisy, he called him a cur dog, and he told me that sometimes cur dogs are born with docked tails. So this is Wesley. He's been good with the animals, so he has been allowed to stay here. If he was not good with our birds and stuff, he would have to go somewhere else. But so far he's done well. He was very skinny when he showed up, and he's gained some weight, and he does seem happy here. But today was wash the tablecloth day. With the wind blowing and stuff, my laundry dried super quick. But I have 4 tablecloths, one for each season, and this one is my snowflake tablecloth, and it will get put back in the drawer, and the springtime tablecloth will be brought out after this. So I think I'm going to take you over and I'll show you the hammock now. I think Anna's over there using it. Ava is snoozing over there. They sleep a lot through the day and then patrol during the night. So she's going to hang out over here with the ducks. I can't tell at all. Oh, rub my belly. Rub my belly, Mama. I can't tell what I'm filming at all. There's too much sunshine, too much glare. So I hope you're seeing Ava, our Great Pyrenees, and our ducks. This is where the hammock has been. I have trouble saying hammock because when the children were little and we would put this up every year, they would call it the ham hock. They wanted to come outside and swing on the ham hock. So, you know you're supposed to lay in it, not swing on it. You like swinging on it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the favorite hangout spot for everybody here lately. Okay guys, this is as close as I can get. The mama there in the lead at the very beginning. Okay, there goes one little lamb. I hope it shows up. She's got a second one that's lagged behind here. Those are the ones just born this morning. Oh, that one mama just knocked the baby down. Get up, baby. Go find mama. There it goes. It's working on it. Those are the ones just born this morning. Okay, so we're keeping an eye on these to make sure that they are able to keep up with mama. Okay. And this is Rosie here. She's their protector. She does a good job. Oh, I have no clue what you all are seeing on here. I just can't see because of the glare, but Rosie's a good dog. Okay, now I'm on this side. This little one right here with the red collar, that is Pippin. That's the one that we had to help out a little bit earlier this week. There with his mama. And okay, so the one right there with the one little lamb, that is Speckleface because she has speckles all over her face. And she's there with the one twin. And the other one, yeah, we're gonna have to come and help out this one a little bit more. This one's just not keeping up with the mama like it needs to. Two little boys. The twins are boys. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but this one over here is nursing, so she is letting them nurse. But okay, I'm gonna go get some muck boots on and deal with little lamb here. All right, back inside. They did go out there and they took the mama sheep, Speckleface, and put her in one of the cow stalls with both her babies because we're getting ready to leave for the birthday party and I don't want that baby to be separated from the mama while we're gone at the party. So they will be together and locked up while we're gone. And ooey gooey butter cake did come out of the oven, and this is for tomorrow actually. We have a church gathering, and so we're taking this, and tomorrow morning I'm going to be making roasted Brussels sprouts, a cucumber tomato salad, and mashed potatoes. And Sarah made this. In addition to this, tomorrow morning she plans to make a gluten-free, dairy-free concoction for special diet people tomorrow. You keep peeking around the corner. You're being very secretive. Yeah, I know you're there. So we got our water cups ready to go, and we got laundry brought in, but we're not going to bother folding it. We'll deal with that tomorrow. We'll probably get home late tonight. We always have fun spending time with friends, and that's the plan for today. Oh, goodness. It's windy outside. I hope you can hear me. This is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us this week. Our family sure does appreciate you being here and for all the support that you give. So thanks a bunch for that, you guys. And I guess just like, subscribe, and share. Do the things. Here comes Wesley Dog again. He's such a social guy. Where'd he go? He's already, there he goes. So we're heading out to the birthday party. I've got people getting ready to load up. So we're gonna go ahead and end this here. I don't know if I've mentioned it. We're gonna have chili and hot dogs and birthday cake and all that stuff at the party. So I'm not gonna show you video of that at their house, but that's what the menu is. Tomorrow at the church function, the host is doing beef brisket and baked chicken, and then everybody's bringing the side dishes and desserts and stuff like that. So that's the plan for that. But double check that you are indeed subscribed if you intend to be. Do the thumbs up and tell others about our channel, please. It really does. That word of mouth helps our channel to grow. And it just, you think it's something little, but it's not. It's a big deal. So thanks a lot, you guys. And we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Ozark Family Homestead.